Good morning, guys. I hope you are able to see my screen.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, thanks. So I have shared the notes in the chat, guys, in the WhatsApp group. If you look at, I have shared the notes. So it is not yet complete. Whatever we have discussed so far, I have updated. See, I haven't complete notes, but I'm just modifying. When I say I'm modifying, I'm making it is good for you. Let's show you what I have done. So generally, question and answers way would be the best way to understand the note, right? So I have written this one like this. See what happens inside the add method, or what is the internal implementation of add method, what internal happens in remove method, how to convert array to array list, how to create custom array list. See, add method, remove method, get method, see custom array list code. So I'm just modifying the notes, and I'll as soon as the class is complete set, I will update the notes and I'll share it with you all. So what is the internal data structure of hash map? How does the hash map work internally? If you look at here, what is the performance issue in the hash map? What is the internal implementation of a get method? Write a program to not to allow duplicate employees into a hash map, which we have discussed in the previous class. We need to override equals and hash code method, right? I've shown the code as well. Okay. So likewise, I have updated the notes. So please look at it, and I have shared the complete code also in the chat. If you go to the WhatsApp group, can someone confirm if you are able to see those?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, there's a complete code zip. And at the same time, I have uploaded these notes and zip to the website also. Where you have to go to the dashboard, your dashboard. Since I have taught these many batches, so it is showing these many things for me. So you can see the Java collections. Click on view notes. You can see the complete collections code so far, complete notes so far. You can download it from the website, or you can download it from the WhatsApp, whichever is convenient to you. Okay. So any questions on the notes, anyone? Okay. So I hope no questions. Let's continue. Now, and the homework. Have you guys completed the custom vector? Still not yet. Do you need more time, or do you want me to write? Okay. You might have forgotten. Please do it. So I'll today what I will do, I'll put a question in the WhatsApp group that the work for the day is you have to write a custom vector. Please take your time. It just takes 15 minutes, right? But it will improve your skills. Please take your time and then write it. Okay. Now let's quickly look at what we have learned in the previous class. So what is the internal data structure of a hash map?
Node array.
Node array, right? So why is it node array? Why not something else, object array or something? What does the node contains? What is the node exactly?
Node contains actually key and value pairs. To store key and value pairs, we are using node.
So node is a inner class in the hash map, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Why they did not created that class outside? Why it is only inner class? Hash map is a class, correct? Like that, they should have created a node as a class, but node class they created inside a hash map. Any reason? What you can think of? So if it is a separate class, say for example, I am writing a class. Let us take Akash, Amit, and myself. We three are in a same project, and I am writing a class called employee. Okay, and in that employee class, Akash want to add one more parameter. Can he add it? See, currently, I have only employee ID. Akash want to add employee name. If it is a separate class, can he add it? Yes or no? Can Akash modify the code like this? String,
Yes, we can.
we can modify, correct? But or can he also modify the employee ID to EMPLOY like this? He can do that also, correct? But whenever you do like these changes, So wherever the employee is used by Karthik, in the corresponding places also you need to modify, correct? But see, if that is the scenario, if the node class is outside, then anyone can directly modify the node class. Then can I say that it will impact the hash map behavior? Because internally in the hash map, we are using that. But if it is a hash, if the node class is a inner class to the hash map, so then what does it mean? The node class is specifically created for hash map. If you want to create or if you want to access anything, can I say in order to access the inner class, you need a outer class object? Am I right?
Yes.
So that's the reason the hash map has a inner class called node. Why it is a inner class? Because if it is a normal class, anyone can modify it, correct? It can be modified by any other person, or it is, let's see, why do you create a general classes? It is for anyone can use it. But why are you creating an inner class? It's a specific to that class. No one, you should not allow anyone to do the modification without outer object. So that's the reason you will make it as an inner class. Okay. Now, and if I
For
so
security purpose also, no?
yes, that is the security. Yes. Okay. But when they ask you what is the security, this is the explanation you need to give. Okay. So in the hash map, if the key is same, what happens?
Value will be overridden.
Okay. Now, how does the hash map knows that you're giving the same key?
Based on the hash code and equals.
Yeah. So that is very important. Now, if I give you the string or integer, double, or any wrapper object, then where the control will go whenever you do the put method second time? It goes to this wrapper class, equals and hash code method, correct?
Yes.
Now, if I give you the generics as a, like instead of giving the wrapper classes, I am giving you my own defined class. Then how can I provide the unique relationship, or how does the hash map know?
We need to override the hash
Equals
code
to
and the equals method in the employee class.
Yeah. If I override only hash code method and not override the equals method, will it work?
No,
It
it
won't.
won't work.
Yeah. So that means the reason, see, how does the hash map identifies the duplicate key? Based on the equals and hash code contract. So that's the reason in the hash map, whenever you are using your generics as a key, when I say your generics in the sense, we create many classes in our project. If that class is a key, then what we need to do in that class, we need to provide the unique relationship to the hash map. How do we provide? By overriding the equals and hash code contract. If you don't if you provide hash code and don't provide equals, it will go to the object class equals method. Again, it will not work. So that's the reason hash code and equals is called as a contract. You have to provide both. Okay. And so this is what we have learned till the last class. Does anyone has any questions?
No.
Okay. So guys, please practice. So I'm requesting you guys, see, if you practice, I don't get anything, correct? But it's good for you. Just try it, spend 15 minutes of time today. And today is Monday. So like maybe if you're working for a US organization, so till evening, you do not have any work, right? Just spend 15 minutes of time and then try doing it. Okay. Just try custom vector on your own. Don't look at the code. Just try. You can see where you are, whether your skills are improved or not, like that. Okay. Now let's look at the next topic. So we have learned about the hash map and all. So now, is the hash map ordered?
No, it's not hard.
Why it is not ordered?
Actually, hash map is working based on the node. That means node array. So when it is node array comes, means it is checking up based on the hash code and all. So hash code will be same, but index will be on 4, 5 something. It will come. That means when you are dividing the that hash ASCII value and capacity value, so the hash value will be different.
So whenever you are inserting a data, you are not inserting that first. Whenever you call the first put method first, it is not, you cannot guarantee that it will go to the 0th location. Second time, whenever you call the put method, you cannot guarantee that it will go to the 1 index, correct? So that means index is calculated based on some hash code, right? So since it is not a ordered manner, so hash map is not ordered. Now we will discuss now what is a hash set. After completion of a hash set, now the question will be asked in the interview that hash map is not ordered. I write a program to make the hash map ordered. When I say hash map is ordered, in the hash map we have key and value. Order the hash map by key, order the hash map by value. These are the very important questions that we are going to see after completion of a hash set. Now let us see. And one more thing, is the map is a collection framework?
No.
It's not a no. No, it's not a collection framework.
So how can I say that whether it's a collection framework or not?
It won't extend collection interface.
Yes, it is not implementing from. Since it is a map is an interface, it should implement. If it is a implementing anything that is implementing from anything that is directly or indirectly implementing from a collection interface is called as a collection framework, class, or interface. But map is an interface. You can look at on my screen. It does not implement collection interface. Okay. Now let us look at the next one is set. So similarly, hash map, we need to understand also what is a set, correct? Let us see what is a set. See, set is an interface in Java, correct? Now, is it extending from collection?
Yes.
Now, since it is extending from collection, it should also have all the methods, right? See, size method, contains method, to array, add, remove, contains, add all, clear, etc. Now the problem, now can I see, in order to get a set behavior, if I implement the set method set interface directly, can I do?
We need to override all the methods.
But the problem here is, I do not know what is the implementation for those methods, correct?
Correct.
Now, so in order to overcome this, the Java creators has provided a interface class called
Hash set.
hash set. You also know that what do you know, guys? Hash set.
Doesn't allow duplicates.
Okay, let's see. Now these things you need to understand, guys. Array list allow duplicates. Correct? We have seen, because it doesn't matter. Because it does not call the when something is does not allow duplicate means what is the logic internally it is using?
Hash code and equals method.
Yeah, that means it is, see, anything that determines the duplicate or it does not allow duplicate means it calls internally the hash code and equals contract. In the hash in the array list, do you have that behavior? No, that means that's the reason array list allows duplicates. Hash map does not allow duplicate keys. Correct? Now let us see in the hash set. Let's write first whatever you know. Set does not allow duplicates. Okay. Is the set ordered?
No.
That is not ordered.
Okay. Is the set synchronized?
No.
Not. Okay. Now we need to understand what is it. This all you know already. But why the set does not allow duplicates? And do you have a get method? See, do you have a get method in the array list?
Yes.
Do you have a get method in the hash map?
No. Method.
Get method in the hash map.
Yes, yes.
So what is the difference between a get method of an array list and hash map?
In array list it is taking the index, whereas in hash map it is taking the
Key object.
Key object.
Yeah. Does the set, have you seen a get method in a set?
No.
Yeah. So why does it, have you got a question? Why does the set does not have a get method? Correct? There should be some reason, right? Set does not have a get method. Now in the interview, they will be asking, why does the get method is not present in the set? We are going to see all of this. Now, before going to see all these things you already know. Now let us look at the important things are, what is the internal data structure for a set? So how do I know internal data structure, guys? What should I see? Where should I go?
Predefined classes of set.
So
Predefined classes.
yeah,
Hash
when from the line number 9, whenever I'm creating an object, it will call the constructor. So all the internal data structures are getting initialized in the constructor only, correct? In whenever I look at the array list, you can see, you have seen that object array is getting initialized in the constructor only. Now, if I go to the hash set constructor, what are they using internally?
map only.
What is the class I'm showing you the source code? Is it written by me?
No, it's a
So that means what is the internal data structure for a hash set?
it's a hash map.
Hash map, correct? So now, whenever you answer this question specifically, some of the interviewers does not see. Whenever someone is asking you the question, it may or may not, the interviewer may or may not know, correct? Some people does not know, and they will say that if you say that internal data structure for a hash set is hash map, they will say that no, it's wrong. But don't worry about that, because see, am I showing you any blog, or am I showing you the predefined Java code?
Yes,
Java.
predefined.
So is it true or false? Whatever
True.
the statement I told you, it is true. That means some interviewer does not know, and they will try to like think that whatever they know is correct. But whenever we are studying here, we are understanding the functionality by looking at the Java code only, correct? So you need to tell that, sir, in the hash set constructor, internally the hash map is getting initialized. See, that is what is happening here, correct? The map m equal to new hash map. That means the internal data structure for a hash set is hash map. Okay, done. Now, since you know the hash map functionality, can I say you already know the set functionality also? Then we need to identify. But can I say since you don't need to study the new thing, that means if you already know the hash map, can I say that automatically you will know the hash set also? Yes. Now, what is the method that you use to add an element in the set? How do you add an element to a set?
Add method.
Add method, correct? Now, add method you will pass like this. Now, instead of integer, let me take it as a string. I'm passing a. Now, so here now the question is, the internal data structure for a hash set is hash map. Now, hash map, how many values the hash map will take?
2 values.
Hash map as a put method. It's a key and it takes value. But whenever I'm trying to insert the data, what I'm doing? I'm doing
Value.
set s equal to new hash set. Okay. S dot add Karthik. Okay. Now the question comes, sir, you are telling that inside a hash set, the hash map is used, but hash map requires 2, correct? Key and value. But here using an add method, how many values I am passing? Only 1. Now the question is, you might be having a confusion that will this be a key or a value? First of all, is it a key?
No.
Or value? And if it is, for example, it might be a key or value, one thing. What about the other thing, correct? Now let us see the internal implementation of a add method. Now before going that, now I'll write some statements. Let me tell you what is, let me answer that. Here, what is E is called?
Object reference.
Okay, for which class?
Employee class.
Okay, now what is D is called here?
Object reference.
It's also a reference for which class?
Department.
Department. Now let me write. What is the present is called?
Object for object class.
That means, can I say present is a object of object class? Do you agree? Everyone?
Yes.
Okay, now let us see. the internal implementation of add method. Now, in order to see, can I say, hi, I'll click here, I'll go to the implementation of hash set. Where is that hash set? Yeah. If you look at here, see in hash map, so to add method, you are passing one object. It may, that is taken as a E. Now, internally, what they are calling, can I say that they are calling map.put only? Yes. Now, whatever you are passing, see, the map.put method, in the put method, what is the first argument? It's a key, correct? Second is a value object. Now, look at here. Whatever you are passing to the add method, that is taken as a key or value?
Key.
Key. That means if I am passing Karthik, Ajay, Aditya, all of those things, whatever you pass it, that will be taken as a key inside the hash map. Now, what about the value? It's an, they are writing something present, correct? Now, let us see, it's a constant value. Let us see what is this. Click here. Now, what does it mean? What is the value for each object?
Present
Object of object class, correct?
Yes.
Now if I say hash maps hash set dot add a, then internally, can I say they will add the like this map dot put internally, whatever you are passing, that will be taken as a key, and then value is, now let me take here object equal to new object. Okay. Now here, can I say they are putting this value here, correct? That means they are putting a value as a object of object class. Now, if I say again s dot add b, again same method will be called. Am I right? Add method only will be called. Now again, what is happening? Whatever you pass, that will be taken as a key. And what is the value for all the keys? For example, in the set, if you are adding 10 elements, 20 elements, 30 elements, 40 elements, whatever the elements or how many number of elements that you are adding, internally, can I say it is holding the key as whatever you pass the value, and value is object of object class. Am I right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Present is nothing but a constant. No?
What?
Present, what you are giving us in present, that is a constant only. No?
Yeah, it's a, see, they are creating a global variable. Look at
Yes.
here. See here, present. Where they have created, it's a class variable, correct? So it is, when I say constant, it's a object name only. See, if you look at on my screen, that's the reason I have asked here. What is an employee? What is an E? It's an object of employee class. What is a present? It's an object of object class. That means at global variable, see, outside of a class, correct? It is not inside a method. At class level, they have created a variable or object reference called as a present. But what is this a present? It's an object of object class. And
Yes,
this
yes.
present is getting passed as a value object to all the elements that you are passing, correct?
Yes.
That means here, if I add 10 elements into the hash set, see, now what happens internally? Can I say whatever you pass, that will be taken as a key, and what is the value? Value is nothing but a present only, correct?
Yes.
What is a present? Present is nothing but a object of object class.
Yes.
Hope you understand what is happening internally.
Yes.
Yes, yes, Karthik.
Yeah. Now let us see. Now hash set does not allow duplicates, correct?
Yes.
Now why it does not allow? Because internally what it is using? Hash map. Does the hash map allow duplicates, keys? No. Now see here, if you look at carefully, whatever I am passing it to the hash set, can I say that will be taken as a key in the hash map? So now if the hash map, for example, let me ask you s dot add. If I give you again a, what happens internally? Already in the hash map, see what are you doing? You're trying to put same, you're trying to add the same value, but internal data structure for a hash map is hash set. Sorry, hash set is hash map. Now internally it is going map.put, and what you're trying to insert, same key. That means it will go to the string class, it will look at hash code and equals method, and it will identify that you are passing the same key. Then what happens? Previous value will be overridden by the current value, generally in hash map, correct? But what is the previous value? It's an object of object class. What is the current value? It's an object of object class. Does it any change?
No change.
So that's the reason this add method returns what does the add method returns? Boolean, correct? In the hash set, what does the add method returns? Boolean. Returns Boolean means what does it mean? If you're trying to give the same, if you pass the same key or same value, it's already there in the hash set. What it will do? It will return Boolean. It won't add. So that's the reason in your project, whenever you're adding a data to a hash set, can I say you do like this? If s dot add a. Now, for example, if you're writing a code like this, first what it will do? S dot add a, it will go. Already in the hash set, do I have a?
Yes.
Now, second time, whenever you're adding condition here, what does the add method will return? See, when the if condition will execute, or when it goes to the else condition.
If condition is true, it goes to if block.
When it's a false, it goes to the else block, correct? Now,
Yes.
whenever you are trying to perform this method, what does this method will return at this point of time?
Boolean.
So what is that value in this example?
False.
False. So when I say, that means, can I say it will go to the else part directly?
Yes.
So now in your project, you wanted to write some code where you do not want some duplicates. Now the question in some of the demo classes, there is a question called, how do I know which data structure I should use, correct? So now, for example, in the UI, so in the some HTML page, you wanted to show the data. So in the database, there are some duplicate records. From the database, select star from employee. You get multiple records or select star from any table. Okay. Assume that this query is giving duplicates. Okay. Now, if you want to filter these duplicates, you want to show the unique value. What you have to do?
Keyword there.
So you have to use a hash set, correct? Because hash set does not allow duplicates. Now, for example, here the string, it's a generic. But whenever you are using this query, will it be a generic? No, it's a user-defined class. In that user-defined class, like employee, now if I should not allow select star from employee. Now, what should I do? Can I say set? I will create employee, correct? New hash set. Now, EMP set. Now, what is my intention? So there may be in my database is corrupted, and in my database, there are some duplicate employees are there. But in the HTML page, I don't want to display the duplicates. Now, whenever I execute this query, select star from employee. So, and I will do the JDBC connection. Do you guys aware JDBC? What about others? Do you know Spring, Hibernate, or JDBC, how to get the data from the database?
Yes.
Others, please respond.
Yes.
Okay. Now, whenever you get a query, I am saying that you are getting a duplicate employees. Okay. Now, in order to filter that, see what is the data structure in Java which does not allow duplicates?
Set.
Hash set and hash map. But in the hash map, you need to provide that it does not allow duplicate keys, but it will allow duplicate values. So now, irrespective of key and value, I can take a hash set, correct? Hash set does not allow duplicates. Okay, now, since hash set does not allow duplicates, in order to filter my duplicate employees, what is the perfect data structure?
Hash set.
Hash set. Now, whenever I'm using, what is the generics I have to use? Employee. Now, can I say again, I have to tell the hash set that if the employee ID is same, or if the employee name is same, then you need to consider as a duplicate. In order to provide that, what should I do?
Override equals and hash code in employee class.
Yeah, by overriding the equals and hash code method, now first let me add. Now, if I'm writing a condition like this, now emp set dot add. For example, let's create some employees here. Let me copy these employees. Okay. Now we already in this employee class we already overridden. Now can I say, assume that after executing this query, you're getting these 3 records. Okay. Now what is these 3 records? E is one employee, E1 is another employee object, E2 is another employee object. Can I say, but E1 and E both are duplicates?
Yes.
Now I have to filter it, correct? Now in order to filter it, what should I do? I have to use a hash set. Now let us look at here. How do I do? Now, if I write the code like this, employee emp set dot add e. Okay. Now what it will return? It returns true. Okay. Whenever it is so here. Okay. Now let's write this code in the for loop, because I have 3 employees. So let me iterate over 3 times. Phi equal 0, I equal 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. Or else I can also check emp set dot contains, correct? Contains e. If it is present, I can check contains method, or directly I can check add method also, correct? Because add method is returning Boolean. So if I say, now let me add this as an array. Employee emp array equal to new employee. Let me keep 3 sides. I'm just creating an array to iterate it. Okay. Now instead of copy pasting, employee array of 0 equal to e. E1, E2, 1, 2. Now I will override this employee array dot length. Okay. Now what I will do here, emp set. Currently, what is the value of whenever I start this logic? What is the data that is present in the emp set? It is empty, correct? Now, first time when it is coming, emp set dot add emp array of I. First time I value is 0. Now it will add the data. So in the currently, do you have any elements? No. It will add the employee array. Done. Now second time, whenever it goes to the second element, second time, I value is 1. Now emp array of 1 means what it will give? It will give EA1. But will it add it to the data hash asset?
You'll first check.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. Now after this for loop, let us try to print emp set dot size. See how many size. Now here, after completion of that logic, if I get the size as 2, can I say that means I have removed the duplicates?
Yes.
If I get the size as 3, can I say the duplicates are not removed, correct?
Yes.
Yes or no? Now let us debug the code first. Debug as Java application. We're just adding the data to array. See, look, see here, before starting the logic, hash set is empty. Okay. Now, first time whenever you are adding, so can I say it will go to the add method of a hash set?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's keep the breakpoint in the add method. See, let's put a here. Say it is coming here. So what is the E that you have passed? Employee object, correct? Employee ID is 1, 2, 3. Now again, it is calling the put method. That means put method will call, what is the put method logic? Whatever the given key, you have to find out the hash code, find out the index, create a node object, correct? Same thing, it will do all done. So it will see now, if you look at here, that employee is added, correct? Done. Now, second time from the database, I got a duplicate employee, correct? See, I got a E1 employee. See, second time, what is the employee array? It is containing E first element. The employee ID is still 1, 2, 3. That means, can I say now it's a duplicate employee?
Yes.
Now let us see. Whenever it is a duplicate, that means what happens? Internally, it will call the equals method and hash code method. Now, can I say it will go to my employee class equals and hash code method? Yes or no? Look at here. See, it is going to the equals method, hash code. Then after that, it will go to the equals. Now, what it is returning? See, it is returning true means. Can I say it found a duplicate?
Yes.
So now, whenever it is returning duplicate, now let us see from this hash set what it will return. See what this method is returning. Let us see. Okay. See, so here in the hash set, if it is going to the else part, can I say that it has written the false?
Yes.
See, it is going into the false. So whenever it is returning the false, does it added that employee here?
No.
So that means it is removing the duplicates, correct? See, duplicate employee found. Now again, third employee. What is the third employee ID? 124. Is it a duplicate? No.
No.
So it will go and it will add it, correct? So now after completion, what is the employee set dot size? 2. That can I say it has removed the duplicates?
Yes.
So that means in your project, whenever you wanted to get rid of a duplicate, what is the data structure that you have to use? Hash set. And or hash map also you can use it, but it depends on, like, if it is only one value, then you can go for hash set. Now, how do you write the code? This is how you write the code, correct? See, there is one way also to write this. So some people will write, see what I have done here internally directly. I used add method. What does add method will return? It will return true if there is no duplicate. It will return false when there is a duplicate. When there is a duplicate, will that add? No. Now, some people will write the code like this. EMP set dot contains. They will check first this data is present or not. When does the contains method will return true? If the data is not, see here. If it is not present, then they will add it like this. See, this is also same code, but whenever the add method itself is returning a boolean, do you need to do this? No. This is a different, see, whenever you're writing a code, there are different ways to write the code, correct? So this is one way and this is another way, right? So if you're in your project, this is the way you have to you have to use a set. Hope you understand.
Yes, Karthik.
Yeah, Ifra, hope you understand, right? You were asking the question, which data structure to use and what basis.
Yeah, sir, I'm understanding.
Yeah. So now, see, once you complete all of this, see, this is so immediately whenever you look at a scenario, you figure it out something. Am I using a threads? See, if I'm using a thread, which one is good? Using a whenever multi-threading behavior I'm using a array list is good or using a vector is good?
Vector is good.
Why?
Because it is synchronized.
Yeah. So that means you are able to decide right now. See, after you understand the internals, so depending on the behavior, see, when I'm using a multi-threading, that means there may be a possibility of synchronization or non-synchronization, but you want your output to be accurate. So if you are using an array list is not synchronized. Sometimes if you are using an array list in the multi-threading, what happens? Your output may not be accurate. But generally, what do you think? Output should be accurate and my data structure also should not have a problem. So that's the reason. See, now when I ask a question, you are able to answer me that in a multi, so that means based on a scenario, you have to pick the data structure. Now, I don't want to allow the duplicates. At the same time, I want the synchronization. What should I do? I have to go for a hash set, but hash set is not synchronized. Then what should I do? I have in the collections class, there is a synchronized set map. I can use that and make it as a synchronized. I'll come to that again. There are some more classes like linked hash set, linked hash map, copy and write array list, copy and write array set. So there is a concurrency and there is a synchronization. I will discuss all of those. But slowly, are you able to understand like when to use what data structure?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. You see, by the time we complete the linked list, you will be in a good shape. But now you can provide you the justification also. When someone is asking you, why are you using hash set? Why not something else? You can provide the justification also because you know the internals. Now, apart from this, I'll provide you some more examples also. Like I'll come up with some example and I will ask you try to create a data structure. But in order to do that, there is still some more time is left. Now let's come back to the hash set. So hash set does not allow duplicates. Now the internal data structure for a hash set is hash map. And since it is a hash map expects two things, key and value. But whatever we pass it, that will be taken as a key. And what is the object? Value object, it's an object of object class. Now let's come to discuss why does the hash set does not have get method. Why hash set does not have get method? First of all, let us see whether it has the get method or not. Correct?
Karthik,
Yeah.
in the implementation, if you open the present implementation,
Mm.
they mentioned the keyword final, right?
Yes.
So it means the value
Is
won't be
final. You
changed.
cannot modify it. Yes.
So if you are adding the multiple values in the set,
But am I modifying this value, keyword value? See, what is the meaning of final? See, I'm modifying a value means, see, look at here. It should happen like this, right? See, if I'm present, if I'm using multiple times, does it mean that am I modifying? No. If I have to do like this, see, new object, then it is considered as a modifying, correct? Yes or no? If I'm doing like this, it will be considered as a modifying. Or if I'm doing like this one, that means, see, a final variable is something you cannot modify the value. See, if I am doing like this, it is something you are modifying. But in this hash set, what are you doing? You just created a variable at global level and you are using it only, correct? Whenever you're passing it, can I say that you are using it, but you're not modifying the value, right?
yes.
Hope you understand, right? Difference. See, if I take this final variable, let us take static final int I equal to 10. Okay, what does it mean? Int variable is I is a variable which is holding the value 10 and it's a final. That means no one can modify the I value. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, if I'm trying to do I equal to 15, does it allow? No.
No.
But in my programming, what am I doing? Am I modifying the value? I'm
No.
passing the put method. I'm passing the value as a object of object class only. But am I referring or am I reassigning the value anywhere? No.
No. Okay.
Hope you understand.
Yes, Karthik.
Yeah. Now let us see inside this one. Do you see the get method anywhere? Generally, in order to see all the methods, all the variables in a class, Control O. Go anywhere. See, this is my hash set. Now let us see what all the methods are present. See, Control O. Or see, present is one variable, I is another variable, main is one method. If you want to see all the methods and all the variables present in a class, you have to use a keyword called, you have to use a shortcut called Control O. Now in this one, do you see the get method?
No.
Okay. Now let us see why. So why that means now the question is there, like hash set does not have a get method. Now let us see why. So what is the purpose of a get method, guys?
Fetch the
Print the value particular index.
Fetch the value. Okay. If it is the array list, so that means, can I say you are storing a different value at each index, correct? Okay. Now L dot get of 2. From this, what is the output, guys?
30.
Okay. L dot get of 4. What is the value?
50.
Okay. Okay. Now, same thing if I'm doing a hash map. So let's take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm putting key A60. I'm writing like this. Okay. B70 or not B. Let's keep it as a Z70 something. Okay. This is a node object. Small a 90. Now if I say hash map dot get of A, what it will print? Small a.
90.
90. Now hash map dot get of capital A.
60.
Okay. That means whenever you are using a get method, you are getting a value, correct? Now inside a hash set, now let me use a hash set. Hash set data, internal data structure is what?
Hash map.
Okay, hash set dot add, I'm giving, let us take ABCDs. A, hash set dot add B, hash set dot add C, hash set dot add Z, hash set dot add A. Somewhere, let us take the indexes. It is, so again, it will calculate the hash code, everything and all. I'm just storing it randomly. Here it is storing A. What is the value of, see, key is whatever you passed it. What is the value? Object of object class, correct? Okay, I'm writing object. Okay, now object, see, that means object of object class. Okay, done. Now if I again, B is storing here somewhere. Let us take this as small b. Small b. And what is the object of? The same thing, object of object class. Now let me create something here. Object obj equal to new object. And this obj will store here. Here also obj is stored here. Now let me take capital Z here. It's here also obj. Here small a. Here also obj. Now if I use a get method, for time being, understand that some, just assume that hash set also has a get method. Now if I say hash set dot get of capital A, what I will get?
OBJ. Object class.
Object of object class, correct? Now hash set dot get of Z, what I will get?
Same.
Object, correct? Hash set dot get of small a, what I will get?
Same
Object
value.
of object class only. That means, see, in order to get a object of object class, can't you create on your own like this?
Yes,
Can't we create a, yes. That means if you are using a get method, does it make sense in the hash set? Yes or no?
No.
So
No,
what is the
no.
value? See, in a hash map and then array list, see, are you getting, see, you are storing the data and you are getting a different data, correct? But in the hash set, what is the value object for each element? It's an object of object class. But if you are using a get method, what do you get? You will get object of object class only. Is the value is going to change?
No.
So that means if you want to get an object of object class, can't we create our own?
Yes, we can create.
Yes. So if you are getting a same value, what is the use of that method, right?
Yes.
Is there any use, guys?
No use.
No. So that's the reason the Java creators has not created a get method in the hash set, because using a get method, you will get the value. But in the hash set, whatever you pass, that will be taken as a key. And the value is object of object class. That is same for all the objects. So what is the point of getting it, right? So that's the reason get method is not present in the hash set. Hope you understand, guys.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Any questions, anyone so far? Ganesh, Harish, Ifra, Shiva, Praneeth, Rashid. Any questions, anyone?
No.
Yeah. So this is about a hash set. Now, the remove method also will be same as a hash map only, but we'll understand the remove method once we learn the linked list. Okay. Now so I'm not discussing a new topic. So in the tomorrow class, we are going to see iterator first. What is the iterator? What is the list iterator? Difference between iterator, what is the advantage of using iterator, etc. Once we discuss the iterator, we'll go into the topic called what is a concurrent modification exception. Okay. Now, in order to overcome concurrent modification exception, what do we do? From there, after completion of that, we'll go into the concurrency versus synchronization. What is a concurrency? What is a synchronization? We already know what is a synchronization, but what is a concurrency? If I have both concurrent list, I have a synchronized list. Which one is better? In multi-threading, which one I can use it? So we'll go into that direction. Once we complete that part, we'll discuss about how to sort hash map by values, how to sort hash map by keys. And then we'll go into the linked list concept. Maybe next 1 or 2 class, maybe 2 class, after completion of 2 classes, we'll go into linked list.
Karthik, have you shared that course details? That means
Course
syllabus.
content. Okay, yeah,
Syllabus.
let me share it. Let me share now itself.
Hi, Karthik.
Yeah.
Actually, this can you say as this hash it is also using hash map is that is using node object.
Yeah, I could not
Uh,
understand your question, Ashmap.
Well, in starting of the class you told node object. This is not means a hash map is not using using node object, right?
Yes, it is not using a node. Yes.
Yeah, node. So but I didn't but you asked me why it is using. You understood, but sorry for that. I didn't understand why.
Okay. Okay. So now here using a hash map, how many values you are trying to you're giving to the put method?
Values are like the key.
How many things you are passing to the key? 2. So say internal data structure is some array only, correct?
Yeah.
See, why it is not array, that is a question, correct? But
Yeah.
the internal data structure is an array. How can you store 2 values in at one index?
Okay. Yeah.
We cannot store, correct? See, either how would I store? I have to make it. See, if I have 2 strings, see, if it is a string, for example, string s equal to Karthik. Okay. Let me take s1. Now I have another int I1 equal to 10. Now, if I want to store these 2 values at one position, how do I do? Now I will create object array a equal to new object array followed by 10. Now, if I want to store, can I say that a of 0 equal to, here I have to use a concatenation symbol, correct? S1 plus 10. Like this, I can use it and I can store it. But see, in my hash, see, what am I doing here? Can I say that I am converting the integer also into an entire string object and then passing it? But in the hash map, what you have a 2 objects. One is a key object and another is a value. For example, if the key is an employee object and value is a department object, can I concatenate those 2 objects? If it is a string, then only I can do, correct?
Yeah.
Can I do the plus symbol for an employee object and department object? No. Can I do E plus E1?
No.
No, I cannot do. But what is the best way? I have to combine together and store it. That's where they have created a class called inner class called node. Inside the node class, they have look at here. See, it is as simple as that. You have why are we creating an employee class? First of all, not only employee, in your project, you have a login page, correct? Every application will have a login page. If you go back to the data, your Pojo class, in the login Pojo class or the class which has a getter setters, it will have a username, password, or registration you are doing. It will have a first name, mid name, last name, mobile number. Why are you creating a class? Because you wanted to hold multiple values together. Here in the put method, I'm passing 2 objects and I wanted to put these 2 values at one position. Can I do directly? No. What is the best way? I am trying to create a class, some class called node. It can be anything. And inside this, what I'm doing, can I say I'm holding the key and value together by creating an object? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the answer. Hope you got the answer.
Yes.
Yeah. Was there any other question, guys? Anyone? Guys, I request you to please practice. I see you are able to understand. I can see that. And whatever you are intent to join this course, is it fulfilling, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. But only just one thing that is needed is just to practice, correct? So I'm like, don't make excuse for yourself, right? Say I'm busy and all. Say, can't you get a 15 minutes of time? throughout the entire day or 30 minutes of time? Yes. So you're getting up in the morning 7:15 and then joining the class. That's a good thing. But if you put another 30 minutes of throughout your day, you will be able to write all the things in for yourself, right? Once you write, you don't need to study. I can guarantee that. So that will enhance your coding skills. Please do that. If you stop it somewhere, you ask me. See, when I point out a person and ask a question, it does not mean that I'm pointing out a person. I don't get anything that, right? I just wanted to make sure that whatever the question that you have asked, it is clear. There is, I think Akash is asked one question on removing the semicolon or comma at the end. I haven't get a time to work on that. I'll let you know in the upcoming class. I was busy over the weekend. I'll do that. So just ask me the questions. If you do not understand, I'll try to answer it as much as possible. Okay. So, and this Wednesday, I'm starting the threads batch, guys. You can join the demo class. And if you are interested, you can enroll for this. And if any of your friends are interested, please refer them. Okay. So if no question, that's all. And tomorrow we are going to see what is a iterator, what is a list iterator, what is a concurrent modification exception, which is very important. And why does the concurrent modification exception comes? Okay. Don't miss the class tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day.
Thank you.